Tut was the moon god in ancient Egypt. He was deified as a god of wisdom and knowledge in ancient Egypt. He was deified as a god of wisdom and knowledge in ancient Egypt, and thus he was a sponsor of the writers and students. The Greeks equated him with god Hermes, their messenger of gods. His less famous wife was Nehmet Awi, but he was often associated with the goddess of writing Seshat, who is mostly embodied as his wife or his sister. Jehuti takes two different forms, either the shape of ibis bird or Abu Manjal, or the form of the baboon monkey, and they were both connected to the moon. He was usually pictured in a human form with an ibis head, which is a form mostly used to picture him, or he's a sitting baboon. As for the ibis bird, which became his symbol, he appeared on the stele since the pre-dynastic periods and the beginning of dynasties. Tut was quite important during the Old Kingdom era, and that's known through the indications of him in some of the pyramids texts and tombs texts. He was also connected with the sun god Ra, as he was one of the two gods who accompanied Ra in his journey across the sky. It's mentioned that the Lord of Heaven crossed the waterway or the sky river over the wings of Jehuti. El Ashmunain, the home of the octonary, was known to be the main center of his cult. Then he became a general god in all of Egypt. Tut got merged in the divinity of Heliopolis during the Old Kingdom, and he was connected to Osiris, Ra, and Horus, for he was known as the son of Ra. Some mythologies said that he has healed the eye of Horus, that one that was connected to the moon.
Welcome back, and you're watching Breakfast Show on Nile TV International, and in this segment we will be talking about the International World No Tobacco Day, which is set on the 31st of May, and in this year the WHO has designed that the campaign will be a type of simple packaging entitled the plain packaging campaign, and it's a type of campaign to try to discourage those who are smoking or the smokers to decrease the amount of cigarettes they are smoking, as well as also hold awareness campaigns about the negative effects caused by smoking, and to shed more light on the effects of smoking and how it's better for us to quit smoking. We have with us in the studio Dr. Magdy Badran, Professor of Allergy and Immunology and a Fellow of the Institute of Childhood and Motherhood at Ain Shams University. Welcome with us and good morning.
Welcome and good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. And let's first of all talk about that day, the significance of the No Tobacco Day. What is it about, and do really people they stop smoking in that day?
From 1982, from 1988, the World Health Organization made this day every year to encourage the people of the whole people of the whole world to think about the side effects of tobacco, to encourage them to stop at least one day. But we are aiming to encourage them to stop the whole year, by not only by the packages but also by giving them information. We increase the awareness. You will be followed by decrease of the new consumer. You will find decrease of the number of the chronic diseases accompanying the tobacco smoking.
Well, doctor, would you tell us more about, of course, we all know that it's dangerous and we've heard many programs about it, but we'd like you to highlight to us in detail more about the dangers of smoking.
We must speak about cancer. All people know now cancer, okay? But if you think that when someone smoke in front of you, you will take about 80% of the hazards. He will take only
the negative
20,
smoking,
the negative smoking. And if you think that you will say 250 substances are causing cancer carcinogen inside the tobacco smoke. But if you think the 5,000 substances, when they are burned in the tip of the cigarette, burning 900 degrees centigrade, all of them will be carcinogens. So cancer is spreading not only for the consumer himself, but for his family, for his relatives, for children, for his neighbors. If you are living in a building and someone is smoking in this building, you are facing some hazards from the balcony, from the stairs, from the elevator, like that. Then what is called cilia. Cilia, we have hair in our skin. We have hair in the nose. After this, if you enter the bronchi, any tube, eustachian tube, fallopian tube in the body, the caliber inside their mucosa, and this mucosa, the cells are covered by cilia. Cilia are moving like sweepers or like blankets. So if you see, I have a film like of it. If you look at it, you will find it continuous beating 24 hours. In the nose, 400 beats per minute. In the chest, about 800 to 1,000 beats per minute. This will be destroyed completely by smoking. Tobacco smoke will make the cilia short, dwarf, paralyzed.
I think we can see right now on the screen some of the pictures.
Okay, these are negative smoking. The hazard of smoking for the females, very important, and it is very encouraging for all of us to spread the information, because when they are exposed to this, the cancer will come early. The short period of cancer will be more than them, and they are exposed to tobacco smoke, and this will decrease collagen. When you decrease collagen, she will have premature senility. She will have wrinkles around the mouth and the face, 4 folds more than the others. She will have hair will fall, and the odor of the mouth, of the teeth and the bone. Even if she has any kind of skin cancer or tumor like that, will be short lasting. And if she is a girl, she in the future when she is going to get married, she will have trouble in making baby, because it will affect the fallopian tube. This is AIDS virus. AIDS virus is killing every year from the whole world about 2 million. Tobacco is killing 6 million. 6 million.
So
influenza is killing 500,000. So it's too much. The people who died from AIDS, about 40 million. People who died from tobacco last century is 100. This century, about 1,000 million will die.
What about our achievements here in Egypt? Because you told me we are very successful in this aspect.
Because
maybe I don't agree with this, but you tell me.
10 years ago, the negative smoking, or say passive smoking in the house, Egyptian houses, was 71%. So any house in Egypt, before you have a chance that you will smell, you're exposed to tobacco, 71%. Now it is 53 only. It dropped.
How do we calculate it? Do we make questionnaire?
Questionnaires, and we made a lot of investigations, and in the school like that. So there is drop. The drop came from awareness, and the more you are making campaigns, program like this will just be followed by some decrease in the areas where there are importance of it. If you take it in the school or the TV or the radio or the newspaper, those who are following us are decreasing. And a lot of people will say, we heard you, my husband stopped, my child became afraid, like that. And especially if you tell him, for example, our neighbor is smoking and he has no cancer. Yes, or have not cancer now, but later you will find him, he has cardiac troubles, he has hypertension, he has diabetes, he has decreasing of immunity, he has bad...
other issues.
Yes,
doctor, but maybe cigarettes are, but actually now tobacco is not only in cigarettes, and especially the water pipe. The water pipe now is popular among both males and females. It's all over our coffee shops. There is not, even at the elite and 5-star hotels you'll find it.
Because they think it is less hazardous.
It's actually more.
They think so. They escape from the cigarette to the shisha.
But by the way, the number of people calculated who stopped smoking include the water pipe, or what?
Yes. Even there is a decrease.
Or they shifted.
Decrease in the women now about 1%. Before it was 7%. But I'll tell you, women, and especially young girls, they think they are escaping from cigarette to shisha. But we have to say to them that when you smoke a cigarette, you will take 2 minutes to smoke. But when you are using shisha, you stay about 2 hours, sometimes 6 hours, sometimes 12 hours. So the 2 minutes period of cigarette, if you compare to 2 hours period of shisha, very offensive, and the hazards will be about 150 times, from 60 to 150 times hazards. And if you are sitting with a session of shisha, the people who are sitting will be exposed to negative smoking from each one, 80% from this, 80% from that, so a lot of troubles will occur. The problem, you have to make new laws to stop shisha in public places, and you have to prevent those who are less than 18 to use it, and the more you give information, the people will become afraid.
Actually, even I heard that actually it has also glycerin as a fixation, and even that's worse because it precipitates in the lungs. To what extent is that true?
Yes, the 5,000 substances, some of the substances, for example, like tar, you know, tar will enter, and accumulation will precipitate. Later, you will find a lot of sticky substance inside the lung. So, cancer of lung is common, cancer of the lips, cancer of the larynx, cancer of the esophagus, even cancer of cervix. Cancer uterus, cancer pancreas, a lot of kinds of, about 70 kinds of cancer. But as we said, they have here a film about cilia moving like that. The cilia, if you look to the cilia, you will become persuaded how to stop smoking, because this cilia prevent the accumulation of bacteria and virus and new substance causing cancer, new causing allergen, any kind of allergens. This will be swept and dismissed by this kind of cilia. But if we are losing this, because if you smoke, if I want someone to smoke in front of me, after 1 hour I'll be the breast of this cilia, and even if the child inside like that, very nice. You look at this.
Yeah.
Continuous moving, continuous cleaning, continuous sweeping, continuous clearing the airway from inside. Not only the airway, Eustachian tube, fallopian tube. So even
that's in the lungs,
in the
doctor?
lung, in the bronchi, even the nose, respiratory system, the sinuses, the nose, the Eustachian tube between the ear and the pharynx, the fallopian tube between the uterus and the ovary are guarded by this. This natural immune system, natural mechanical defense for our bodies. The problem that will be destroyed by smoking. So this is the cause why some people, those who are smokers, why they will have influenza complications like pneumonia or pleural effusion more than the others, because they have noses. So we have to take care of this and continue to have this 24 hours to protect our system, especially the internal systems. And if you look to the young babies or breastfed children, sometimes we'll have a lot of trouble in the ear, otitis media, inflammation of the ear, severe headache, because they are deprived of this, because the father will smoke in front of them, so their ear will be missing this. So any troubles of infection or bacteria will make chronic inflammation in them.
What are the challenges facing anyone who take the decision of quitting the smoking?
We have to make a lot of steps in one plan. First, you have to persuade him. We are speaking new information, forget cancer now. You want your health, you want your family, you want your customer, you want your environment, number one. Number two, we'll encourage you. You have to change your system. You are passing in a way from which you buy cigarette from a shop. Go to another way. Especially try to persuade your friends or make new friendship with people who stopped or didn't smoke from the beginning. Especially if you take a lot of natural food. For example, food rich in vitamin A and vitamin C. They increase the ability to stop. If you drink a lot of water, if you practice exercise, you make a lot of walking every day, at least 45 minutes every day, these four will help them to stop.
Can we take benefit of Ramadan as long as we are talking
Yes, I agree with you. Because in Ramadan, our 16 to 15 hours, all of us will get benefit from absence of negative smoking. So if he has no power to stop before, but now you stopped 16 hours, why don't stop the other 7 hours in the future?
To what extent, doctor? Because it's always mentioned that tobacco is, the nicotine in it is addictive. So actually they always say, oh, it's hard to stop because it's addictive. To what extent is that? And how can we, if it's addictive, how can we control it or how can we get over it?
If you have a strong will If you drink a lot of water, this will decrease the, this is house dust mite. By the way, tobacco in the environment increase the chances of allergy, bronchial asthma, allergic rhinitis, skin allergy, but will increase the chance of this. These are the house dust mites. It is present in our house. You don't see it. It is microscopic. It is present in the rugs, blankets, pillows. Usually, it will flourish by night, and you will give about 30 substances causing allergy. About 30 allergens. They will cause the allergy. This will be flourishing and increasing when there is a smoke of tobacco in the house.
Now, how can we control these termites? You're saying that actually they are present.
Expose everything for the sun. Sun is killing for it, and you clean when you sweep, when you clean continuously, and when you use hot water in cleaning, it will destroy it.
But sometimes we go to certain places, and actually, even though these places they do not allow smoking, but yet people, even by moving outside to smoke and coming back, but still we can smell it and we can feel it.
Because before we are speaking about passive smoking, negative smoking, second-hand smoke. Now we are speaking about a third kind of smoking, third-hand smoking. You can sit in a place like that, and I'm exposed to carcinogens in it because someone smoked here 7 days ago. So still, there are a lot of substances which came from the one who smoked 7 days ago and accumulated here, precipitated here. Sometimes you made some reaction with a lot of polluting substance environment, so it will stay and fix. I'll touch my hand, my clothes, my skin, it will enter my body. So sometimes you are exposed to the hazards, even you don't see the smokers. And sometimes you enter in a place said this is tobacco free. Don't believe, because all the environment now is exposed, and sometimes we're living in a building and someone will smoke in front of you, below you, in the balcony or in the window or in the elevator, in the entrance. So it is our right to defend ourselves. Don't speak in my area, I'll be there. Don't speak that you will, this is free, I'll like that. even if you are smoking outside your house and you have children, your skin and your hair and your clothes will be contaminated, and even the hair and the nails, your toenails will be full of carcinogens for about 3 months.
For 3 months?
3 months, even if he stops. But because he is smoking outside the house. Sometimes if you take a child sleeping beside the mother or the father and they are sleeping beside him, but you don't smoke in front of him, and you will find a lot of substances escaping from them to him just because of the skin.
So actually, it's not only the smoke. We used to think it's the smell. We have to defend
our rights. Our rights.
Yes.
For example, if I'm a physician, I'm not allow anyone to come into my area, my clinic, to my office, in my building like that. Don't at all. I allow. We will not make any dealings with the smokers in our life. So in the future, you become afraid. We lose you lose the customers. You become afraid. It's like so say he can be afraid to use. Sometimes when they find me, he will drop the cigarette. When they saw me in the street, I don't check hands with it. He will drop because he knows that I'll speak about it.
And now, doctor, but what about the cigarette factories and those who are into the business? Actually, even in the United States, the businessmen and the influence of money, it prevents even the health ministries, and that would be in Egypt and all over the world, from really putting strict laws and regulations, because it's for the